What's up guys, Gage Ryan here. I'm here to showcase something a little different for you today. This is what I'll call Pyramid Stun. So I remember seeing a variation pretty similar to this on Yu-Gi-Oh! Planet's channel back in the day, and it's always been a deck that I loved. It's something really interesting and really out in left field, and I've always loved playing skill drain based decks, and now that we have 3 skill drain, what better time, right? So I'm here to showcase the basic build, talk about the deck a little bit, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. First, you got 3 Malefic Cyber End. I mean, this entire deck is about beat sticks and skill drain, and it's kind of like Malefic Stun back in the day. It's just about putting a big beat stick out, having floodgates, and just, getting the game over with pretty quickly. This deck can grind pretty well, though, make no mistake about that. But, when you have 3,000 and 4,000 attack beaters on the field, it doesn't take very long for you to win the game. So 3 Malefic Cyber End Dragon, then you got 3 ANDRO SPHINX. Yes, I really play this card in 2022. No, it's a really good card in this deck, just because the fact that you're special summoning it, it's 3,000, you have skill drain, and it also works with the field spell, which I'll get to in a minute. And then you got 2 Base King Barbaros. Yep, old school card. Really good card, though. I mean, just having a 3,000 beater in play, never hurts. You can normal summon it, all that good stuff. So that's it. There's 8 monsters, and I know some people would probably ask in a deck like this why you wouldn't play a card like Card D, for instance. And for as good as Card D is, I hate the fact that it ends your turn immediately. So if you have no line of defense or very minimal defense and you go Card D, yes, you draw your 2 cards, but your opponent still has that opening turn to completely break your setup beyond repair. So I chose to avoid cards like that. So we'll go on to the spells now. You got 3 Mound of the Bound Creator. If y'all don't know what it does, the level 10 or higher monsters on the field can't be targeted or destroyed. And if it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, player who controls that destroyed monster takes 1,000 damage. So it's a pretty good card. It helps protect all your beaters, and then again, when you have other floodgates to go with it, it really makes it difficult for your opponent to get rid of your monsters. Onto the draw power, you got 3 Prosperity and 3 Duality, because they don't hurt you at all. You got 2 Field Barrier. Field Barrier is excellent, especially with Mound of the Bound Creator, but you also do have a copy of Necro Valley in addition to that. Necro Valley is just a great standalone card. Even if you have something basic like Necro Valley Barbaros Skill Drain, that can beat a lot of decks by itself, so it never hurts to have. And then Terraforming, which just helps you get to your 4 field spells. That's it for spells. Onto the traps. You got 3 Skill Drain. It's an excellent card. I'm so happy they brought it back to 3. It's not quite as good as it used to be, but it still shuts down a ton of decks. You got 3 There Can Be's, which are good. You also play the 3 Rivalries in the side deck, so you're always going to have 3 live floodgates in this spot in games 2 and 3. So then you got Double Soul Drain, which is also excellent against a lot of graveyard decks. It also stops banishing effects, which some people forget, so it has multi-usage capability. And then 2 Pyramid of Light. I know, in 2022, it's crazy, isn't it? But ANDRO SPHINX is a very good card in this deck, so you don't mind playing it. And then Imperial Iron Wall, which is just great against a wide variety of stuff. It also stops pot cards. Let's say you go Prosperity, and then you flip Iron Wall so they can't go Prosperity or Extravagance in response. That's pretty nice. So you play 11 continuous traps, and then you play 3 Imperial Custom to protect them. And if you guys don't know, what you do is you wait for your opponent to have a popping effect on, let's say, a skill drain or something like that. You flip Imperial Custom, and their card falls off. You get a +1, and your opponent's threat is gone. You got 3 Dark Bribe, which also helps with all those destruction cards I mentioned. And some people would say to play a card like Wiretap or some other trash, but listen, Wiretap doesn't stop spells. You need cards to stop Cosmic Cyclone, MST, etc. And not to mention, in addition to being able to stop those spells, it also stops cards like Evenly. So, great card. You got a copy of Shape Sister in here. People are like, what in the hell does this even do? So it's a level 2 normal when you special summon it from the trap card zone. And if you don't know, you can use it in combination with Imperial Custom because it is still a trap card right here. So once it's on the field, you flip Imperial Custom, it becomes unable to be destroyed by battle or card effects. So theoretically, if your opponent can't let's say, Skill Drain Imperial Custom Shapesister, you could deck him out if you wanted to. It's not really the purpose of the deck, but you could. And last card, Metaverse. Great card. You usually use it to make Necro Valley a trap card, but, it could also work for Mound of the Bound Creator if you're worried about something. So that's it. It's 40 in the main. With decks that have pieces like this, you never want to go more than 40. So we'll go through the extra. You got 3 Cyber End, obvious reasons. You got Math Mech and Baron de Fleur, which are also good whenever you have Sheep Sister in play. And you can synchro with it and all that. And these are good cards just by themselves. You got Gustav Max and Super Dreadnought Dora. all these other rank 8s that you can see that you don't really make a whole lot, but it's always good to have. And then you got Absolute Zero, which is also just because the extra deck is so irrelevant usually outside of the 3 Cyber Ends, so you don't really have to worry about it. I mean, play something else over this, but I play it because I like it. So then onto the side deck, you got double Jizukuru and double Gamasiel, and the 3 Kaiju Slumber, which are just when they make you go second. It's great to break first turn fields, you know, and also Jizukuru is a level 10. So if you have a level 10 Jizukuru with Mount of the Bound Creator and Skill Drain, that's also pretty difficult for your opponent to answer. And then 2 Cosmic Cyclone, which stops floodgates, pendulums, all that good stuff. Second copy of Necro Valley, which just shuts down a bunch of graveyard decks. Got a copy of Raigeki in here, just it's good. Breaks first turn fields, baits negations, all that. 3 Rivalry of Warlords, which, like I said, is just good with there can be only one. You swap them, either you swap them out, or there can be works in game 1, and you're okay either way. And then the second copy of Imperial Iron Wall, which, you know, I like too. I actually would consider playing 3 just because it does shut down decks like Flunder. But I feel like I have so much hate for decks like that in the first place that it's not really relevant. So that's it for right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Test this out. It's a really fun deck and something a little different that I thought I'd bring you guys. So that's it. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.